So when I tell people sometimes they always ask me like, "Oh, what was your major when you were in college?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I was pre-med." And I think some people they think I'm joking or something. They'll be like, "Oh, no, she wasn't pre-med." And I'll be like, "Okay, no, I'm serious. Like I was pre-med." They'll be like, "No, no, it's not possible." Or something. I don't really understand that, but yeah, they just won't believe me when I say it, which is strange. But there ain't nothing really I could do. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about like two classes, well, three classes that really, well, actually four. Okay, I kind of feel like all girls maybe should do pre nursing. Just you should do the nursing, the steps to like, you know, to get into a nursing program because like it's just useful to just understand certain things about public health, certain things about biology, really. Okay. So like the reason I move a certain way and I do certain shit is basically from things that I learned by being a pre med student. Like a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, like my parents were really concerned when I started making my own laundry detergent because I was a chemistry major, like that was my major, so I took so many chemistry classes, and I was always in the chemistry lab, and I had some really tough chemistry professors, like in my inorganic chemistry class, part B, because it's like a three part class. Man, the instructor was so difficult that like every single exam that we took, the average for the exam, like the percentage average was like a 43%. And so like that the highest in the class was like a 60%. Like everybody was like failing. And so I didn't realize that she was going to curve the entire class. And I was like, I can't fail classes in my major. Like I all the classes that are like pre like actual um excuse excuse me, science courses, I pretty much got A's or B's, mostly A's, because medical school is very competitive. So you have to have like a lot of research experience, a lot of volunteer hours, and you need to have really good grades, or you won't get in. So knowing that, I went pretty hard. This is why I got so many internships, like research experience, just talking to other doctors and seeing how they did it. Now you guys have like all the doctors who have YouTube channels and shit, but as a person who like didn't finish that, I did want to talk about some of the shit that I learned. So one thing I think people don't understand how heat changes chemicals. So like especially the girls who are making trying to understand hair products, like even if they're synthesized hair products, if you just use heat like hot water, the and you so the product plus water plus heat, okay, makes a chemical reaction that will change the way that the product interacts with your hair that could make it less frizzy or, kind of coat the strand of hair. But also, like, a lot of black women who, well, I feel like maybe not now because everybody's like super familiar, it seems, how to do hair. But before, people just didn't understand that water was like necessary as like a daily ingredient for hair care. Like in the same way that you shower and then you're showering with water and you have to drink water to live, your hair needs water too. Okay. And then I will say, this is a fun fact that I learned from my anatomy class. So I took human anatomy at Contra Costa Community College, and they have a nursing program in that college, but um, the campus is located in a city called San Pablo, which is pretty close in proximity to another city called Oakland. And if you know stuff about Oakland, there's like such high crime in Oakland. There's a lot of poverty, there's a lot of crime. And so, a funny thing is with high crime, there's typically a lot of really great, like medical students always do residencies in places of high crime. So that's why it was great for me to like live near there, live in Oakland, because I was able to learn like as people are shooting each other in the hood, those cadavers or the physical body, like the skeleton of the people who were shot, we take it into the lab, and then we were like using it in anatomy classes. So we had so many live cadavers. It was just so cool to like really like get in there, you know, like you get to see somebody's eyeball, you see the muscles on their skin. And that class was really intense because like a big part of like the tests were like really like localization, and under like you had to know the name of like every single muscle, and there was like this Alex tool that we had to use to be able to like name it's kind of like this interactive 3D sort of video animation sort of tool that will like take you through how the muscles are built, how they're formed, how they grow, where they start, where they finish. So it is interesting, you know, people who do personal training seem to know a lot about that because they're trying to get others in shape. And then there's other things that were interesting, like you can sort of tell a person's like physical health by their like eyeballs, like people who have like whose eyeballs are pretty yellow. That is indicative of liver failure. Or like people who have bad skin, it's indicative of something else going on. Hormonal deficits, it could be like poor nutrition. There's a ton of reasons why, but like, yeah, looking at someone's skin is a really good indicator of their physical health. Um, Obviously, yeah, there's things like fat. Like, I don't know if people like really understand what like 5 pounds of fat looks like. Like, if you were to cut the skin open, like, even though like my face doesn't seem like it has that much fat, but it actually still has fat. Like, even my finger, like, if you look at your finger or something and it seems like, oh, there's no fat in there. Like, everything that you see that you can touch, see how like I'm touching my face, is tangible. Like this microphone is tangible. It's a physical object. And so like inside your skin you have like blood, right? You have bones, and you have muscles, tendons, and other organs. And just getting to know, then there's another class, physiology, which is like the function of the body organs. And I don't know, man, it's really useful to just understand that, like, how can you say, like, all of these classes are useful. Um, yeah, I don't know. They're just like useful when thinking about understanding life, really. And then obviously having to take, you know, plant biology, human biology, understanding the life of a cell, the death of a cell, right? Because like we're all humans, we're made up of cells, many different types of cells, tons of cells, fat cells, liver cells, all these different types of cells. um yeah, I guess I don't know, I think it's just really important for maybe like poor people should go to college, not just to get a job, but mostly to just like socialize and then just understand shit about the society and the world in which we live. Because like, dude, like some people just seem like they're just down so bad. Here's how, like, and I don't understand how, like, how can you be down like this bad when there's so much access to information? Like, information is everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, literally, it's just everywhere. Like, you can understand stuff. All of the universities have made so much of their content like free and available online. You can, like, if you understand philosophy, psychology, math, science, really, the artificial agents at this point are the youth, right? Because they are actually taking in these ideas, these concepts They're making something out of it. They're like making choices about the future. They're going to shape the future. I guess we're going to shape the future. Um, Bro, yeah, I don't know. I just think. No, I just wanted to say that. It's not a well organized video, but I don't think mine have to be.